Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Spiral Clicker, and the key was provided by developer. This looks exactly like this on my screen. It's actually called in a window Spiral Clicker resized, so I was unable to change the resolution by any means, but at least it's centered, so it's not so bad. This is basically a clicker game, probably unfinished clicker game. But it's quite fun because it has a little bit of nudity and quite okay anime pictures. It looks very much like cloned from a mobile device. I'm not sure if that was the case. It's also rather simple for a clicker game, but I played it a little bit. There is very few lines of dialogue and a couple of pictures for every girl, because you're basically unlocking girls like those. I'm gonna start with one maybe like this. It's trying to process. Alright, because I reset the game, it's not showing all the pictures because I don't want to show you nudity. So basically what you do, you speed up this wheel, which gives you passive, well, kinda active, kinda passive amount of those willpower points. You get some anyway, even if it's not spinning, because you get some from the girls, but you can spin it clicking on it, and then it starts working quite quickly if you have a little bit of upgrades. And then you spend it on sort of wooing the girl and hypnotizing her or something like that, and then you slowly unlock all the pictures and all the dialogue for her. So for instance, if I want to do this now, I need to click this button and simply click to the point where I break her will. Because I have quite a lot of bonuses, I can just do it with one click, so something like this. And so far so good, it works, right? Now you get this line of dialogue, something like this. And you also can get a picture. I'm not sure this is, yeah, it's quite okay for YouTube, I guess. So you get a picture like this that you unlock to the point of getting like bare chest, like the boobs, and that's it. That's pretty much all the sexual content you have. You just get this one more picture, and then you can also switch her clothes, so she will be also flashing boobs, and then that's pretty much all the nudity that you see. Like maybe this girl can be changed. You can change her clothes like this, right? So you can change her clothes. Now when you're attacking against her will, you will see her in the whole size, right? The different attire, and then you again break through her will like this, right? 2 clicks, and then she eventually gives you the dialogue options, and then you can do it. As you can see, this girl is not really having any pictures here, so probably it's unfinished, right? The last one that I unlocked after resetting the whole thing was this warrior princess. She's coming from this game, apparently. This is normally the strongest one. Now apparently I would get one more pearl after I finish, because I can basically go to her and reset the whole thing, kinda like in other games from the genre, where you have this long grind, and then you reset, and then you go like tier higher. You start from scratch, but you're kinda faster and stronger and so on, and you can breach another wall and so on. Here, where is it? If you click on her, you get this option, right? If you click this pearl, that's the reset, right? You can get pearls, you can get girls. After you reset, you can unlock another girl, and so you do it. I'm just going to go. No, I don't want to do it. Can I go out of this? Yeah, I can go out of this. Now, as much as the upgrades are concerned, you only have two. You basically upgrade the spiral, whatever it means, and then you upgrade the clicking. So if I upgrade clicking like this, and then I try to breach another girl, let's say, I don't know, maybe the same one, because I don't want to show too much stuff. Right, I can click through it. It's slightly more efficient. So normally you have to click a lot more, but in my case I'm already a little bit leveled, so I can just keep going like this. 2 or 3 clicks, it slowly goes up, and eventually you breach all the levels, or basically you stop at some point and you reset and do the whole thing again. Probably this is gonna be finished. I mean, it had a couple of patches, and clearly some girls are missing the whole picture thing. Like this one has 5 slots for pictures. The new girl has 2, and the elf, I think elf has nothing. No, elf has something. No, she has nothing, right? So eventually you can unlock all this stuff. So basically you unlock a couple of pictures for playing, and that's all the reward you get. And of course you can use it as time killer, like pretty much all the other clicker games. So that's it. That's pretty much the gameplay. You just unlock 2 buttons and go through all the dialogue options and all the pictures for every girl. That's the whole game. It's not big, but I like the graphic style, and yeah, it can, give you a little bit of fun, just a few hours when you are, doing something else. You just leave it like this. You can spin it and then just leave it like this, and eventually you will get those points and you'll be able to get more unlocks. Now there is also one more thing, which is the options. I'm not gonna click this because this is probably some sort of social media. I don't like those things. If you go here, you get some information, right? So we have this maximal power. I'm not sure what is the power meaning really, but whatever. We also have this mouse part. But this is clicking, and maybe this is passive, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this is probably clicking against the girls. So we're clicking for 2.5 million. Maybe this is just passive. I'm not sure if this works actually in the wheel breaking. We can actually check it. You can also switch off music, which is of course annoying, and you can delete all your data, which is rather risky, right? It's probably a joke because they're all drawn, so whatever. Hypno settings. Yeah, you have this strange option to set some hypno settings, which gives you a couple of information like this, but I'm really not sure what's the point of this. I was unable to figure out what it's going to do. All it does is that you get an information when you're idling completely, when you like leave a game kind of like this, probably for a long period of time, then this elf girl is going to talk to you, kind of trying to hypnotize you, but of course you have to click through it, so it's kind of weird thing. I'm not sure why it's there, what's the point of it. You can also change the way this whole spinning will look. It's somewhere here, I think. Where is it? Yeah, you can go to invisible on pendulum, right? So you can do something like this, and then you have the pendulum, right? So it's not that good looking, I think. We're going to go back, right? Where is the default? Default is just this, right? Spinning wheel, and that's the whole game. That's the whole gameplay. So how much I can give this game? I would give it, well, it's hard to say because it doesn't have much content, but at the same time I like the graphic style, because usually you get very basic graphics or pixel art, and in this case you have those anime pictures, which I'm really fond of. Also, the game is slightly sexual, and I'm very happy that those games appear. They're not being blocked or anything. They don't have those weird mods with flowers or bunnies in strategic places, so you can actually watch some stuff. I mean, just drawn boobies, that's all you get, but at least it's not censored, so I'm also giving plus for that. When it comes to content, it's of course very, very little game, so I wouldn't really invest in it much. I'm not even sure if it's gonna be free or not. Not sure about trading cards as well. Definitely, if you like anime and hentai and stuff like that, then you might like it. But be aware that this is very, very little content. I played it. I'm not even sure if it's gonna show up here. Yeah, it has the overlay. So theoretically, I played it 7 hours, but that was probably a lot of idling. So I didn't really play actively much. It was pretty much running like this, and then I was like, unlocking something and then spinning it, and then playing actually different game. So if you want some small time killer, you can use it. It's gonna look like this because for some reason it's resized to sort of resemble a mobile phone. And I think they offer 10 gay girls. Let's count them. I have now 9, and I think we can unlock like at least 1 or more. So that's all the content now, and the game is being slightly upgraded. I'm not sure what the upgrades are changing, but hopefully they will finish the pictures for every girl And the clothes, you can also change their clothes. There's like 4 or 5 clothes, and then up to 5 pictures, but sometimes there is just nothing. There's just 2 pictures, or even 0, because it's like kind of slightly unfinished. But yeah, plus for sexual content, which is rare, and I like it when it's not censored. And I actually like the graphic style, at least of the girls, because of course the rest is just a couple of buttons. But the drawings are quite okay for a very simple basic game like this. They're just pleasant to the eye, and they're not like nothing. So always plus for that, plus for graphics if there is graphics in the game, which is these days not that obvious. Too much pixel art everywhere. Alright, so how many points? I would give it 5 because on one hand it has the reset, and it has the whole nice anime content, and of course on the other hand it's very small, so it's not really worth much money, I would say. The topic is good, but the complexity is almost not non-existent. And you might say, why would I look for complexity in a clicker game? Well, there are clicker games that are very complex, like Clicker Heroes, for instance, or Rhythm Grinder, which is not exactly a clicker game, but to some extent it also is. It's a lot more an idle management game, but it's very, very complex, extremely complex. So it doesn't have to be simple. It can be simple to operate. It can be easy to grasp, but it doesn't have to be shallow. But this game is kind of shallow, so this is a minus. So I think it kind of evens it out. When it comes to price, I can't say because this is before release, but I would definitely grab it on deep sale, or if it's free, you can try it out. Maybe if it gets trading cards, it will be worth a little bit more. If you are collecting those pictures, then you might want one more in your collection. But otherwise, I would rather be very careful about this game. It's not much gameplay, 7 hours, and that's 90% of it is idling. That's not worth much. If it goes for like $1 or less, you can maybe grab it if you're into this. I had fun, but I'm done with it right now. I'm probably going to deinstall, but yeah, it was a couple of hours of fun, and I did like the graphics. So I give it 5 out of 10, and that was Spiral Clicker. Very short and pleasant to the eye in every meaning. Clicker game. It was just a clicker game. So see you guys in the next review.